Hello, good evening. Good evening. My name is Timothy. If you have just joined me, welcome to my Property Place live chat. Today is a quite interesting day because Murphy's Law, a couple of things are not happening right for me. Technically, my mouse ran out of battery. I was hunting the whole house for batteries for my mouse when I realized that batteries are so important for me. Exactly. So next time I've got to make sure I prepare a full set of battery because practically every device in front of me runs on battery. My keyboards, my mouse. Yep. Wireless, right? That really doesn't help. Okay, anyway, if you've just joined me, welcome to my Property Place live chat. My name is Timothy Lau. I'm the host of this show, and this is a property investment discussion forum live chat. I call them a live chat because why? We are going to be discussing about these topics, and you're free to ask any questions on the discussion chat my chat box there, and we will get answers for you on the spot. That's why it's called a live chat. Okay, and this show, My Property Place, runs every Thursday, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's a 1 hour show where we discuss everything and anything to do with property investment. We have done we've been running this show for the last two months or so since MCO. Okay, and we have covered feng shui, architecture, furnishing, interior design. Lawyer came in and talked about certain property laws and different topics and more to come. Every show we try to bring in something more interesting and more out of the box so that as a fellow investor, property investor, you get to have different experiences. For example, last week, I brought in someone called the Sublet King. Yeah. So what does Sublet King do? They talk about subletting properties, something an alternative rather than your conventional rental of property. So that's something very different. A lot of people learn and benefited out of it. And yep. So that's what I do. So this week, basically, we will be talking about something very interesting also, some sort of retail revolution, not going into too technical details, but rather the experiences of retailers through this MCO period. Now, talking about retail businesses, through this MCO period, MCO has been running since March 18 through to now, existing now is in September. And this is going to continue to go on until December 31st. All in all, should be about 5 months plus. And who in the retail industry are winners and losers? Okay, let me just give you a quick highlight, right? Those who are winning, okay, which means to say those who are benefiting from this. I wouldn't say benefiting is not a nice word to put it, right? Those which is not losing money in the retail industry probably are like e-commerce. I'm sure if you're an e-commerce business, you'll be laughing all the way because e-commerce is doing well. E-wallet is doing well. Okay, logistics and delivery. I have a friend named Daniel Chu. He is smiling every day because why? He's doing a lot of deliveries and lorries are moving, ships are moving. He's doing very well. Okay, so logistic industry is doing very well. Logistics and delivery provider, right? A streaming service provider, big customer here. Netflix non-stop, okay, binge on Netflix. Internet service provider makes money because everybody wants to go online. Okay, so these are all the winners. And of course, pharmaceutical, mask, right? Mask, and this one, okay, sanitizers. Everyone are looking for it. At one point, it was like the most expensive commodity. Not to mention toilet rolls, right? Okay, but toilet roll is past. That's already past news. And what about the losers? Who are the losers in this current period? We're talking about tourism. So sorry, tourism is impacted earlier. Now, however, local tourism is doing pretty well. Langkawi, Redang, they are doing pretty well. My friend today, birthday, diving in Tenggol. I have no idea where Tenggol is, but yes, he's diving there. Daniel, take care of yourself while you're diving, don't get into trouble. And of course, airline business is impacted quite badly. Media industry is challenging. Okay, retail. I would say retail, some are doing okay, some are doing not so okay. It depends on which area, which subcategory in retail are you in. And of course, housing, property industry. That's where I am. I would say it's also very subjective because in the property industry, some are doing well, some are not. Okay, it again depends on which category. I would not say the overall retail property industry looks bad. No, not exactly. I mean, I'm doing pretty okay on the commercial leasing side. They are doing pretty okay. Okay, so this is something that we'll be discussing about, and of course we'll bring in, as usual, every show I will bring in some guests. For this week I'm bringing two very special guests, and I'll be bringing them up shortly. For that, welcome to My Property Place live chat. Yes, welcome back. Now, if you just joined us, my name is Timothy Lau. Welcome to My Property Place live chat. I have my guest together with me, Chim, a retail coach, a retail sifu. Okay, how are you? And of course, Leng Loi, Yan Li. Thank you,
Hello.
both of you. Thank you for
Hi.
joining the show and spending your Thursday night together with us and the audience as well. And okay, this show today we'll be talking to Chim and Yan Li. Chim will be sharing with us more about retail, how is the market segment, and how are the experiences people are facing. Whereas Yan Li, I have invited her in so that she can share with us, because she is in the retail business. She's in it. Okay, for her to be able to share with us her perspective of what she has went through. That's something very valuable, which I hope to share with the audience out there, you guys as well. All right, so perhaps we can start with Chim. Perhaps you want to introduce yourself, what you do, and in this industry.
Hi. Okay. Hi. Thank you, Timothy. Thank you for
You're
inviting me.
welcome.
I think well, it's a Thursday night. I hope there's a lot of people watching this. I heard that this evening was a heavy rain. Okay. My name is Chim Ming Chang. It sounds very funny when I even recite my own name. So so a lot of people call me Chim, and those who know me well, and they call me Chim Sir. Probably due to Chinese drama, TVB. They why they call me Chim Sir, because I like to talk a lot, and I like to share some knowledge and teach. Even though back in the corporate during the corporate time, I'm actually a corporate manager for last 30 years. Um, Now turned into an entrepreneur and a retail coach. Um, Recently, then a lot of people ask me, "Hey, why you choose this time to become an entrepreneur?"
Oh,
Well, I guess
timing, perfect timing, right?
yeah, I guess never been a good time than
Never,
this.
there's never be a perfect timing. That's right.
Yeah, it's never been a good time. All you need is just to have a good reason to be in a business. So there's never been a good timing.
Mhm.
So I find that there's a good reasons during the MCO. I went through a lot. I see a lot, and well, a lot of people came to me for advice, be it retail or some other things. And I find that, hey, this is what I like to do. I like to share and able to help. So I do have some little business, and I'm actually doing something related with the pharmaceutical and nutrition.
Mhm.
And I've been selling very well during the MCO. So I guess, hey, this is perfect time. All right. So let's do something. I've seen the last 30 years. I've seen the three bad economy. We went through that crisis. I guess how bad this can be, and I think I
Mm.
have all the experience to face this. So let's jump into this. So that's how I got into this. Uh, I'm a corporate manager turned into entrepreneur and retail coach. Yeah, this is what I'm doing now.
Mm. Right. Yeah, talking
But I
about
heard you
the
are
yeah,
a
sorry,
full
Yeli.
master also.
Yeah. Okay. I'll call myself a bit Chinese method physician, Chinese method feng shui practitioner. I
Mm.
know a fair bit on that, and there's yeah, during MCO a lot of people ask me a lot of questions. So well, again, hey, yeah, I'm able to help. So I'm quite happy with. Uh,
You're hitting the right point in all the industries you are in. You are in the pharmaceutical industry, which is actually gaining traction, and of course, also the feng shui is something that is forever a sunrise business, because there is all, as long as there's business, there's feng shui, right?
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm
Very
a
good.
multi-passion guy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but your previous job, you say you were in corporate line. You were also in retail all these years.
Yes, yes. I actually I guess this is what I know the best. I started in a department store, Globe Silk store. It was like back in
Wow, globe
early
silk store.
1990s.
Okay.
Those with our age, I think they know. Basically, is known at that time as Mark and Spencer Malaysia or Robinson
Yes,
of
yes.
Malaysia.
Yan Li probably
Uh,
won't know. Yan Li too young.
Yeah, Yanni is too young for that.
I wish, yeah, how I wish. But I know.
Yeah, it's a very reputable department store. I spent 10 years there. Then so I always say that my first boss teach me how to do business about
Mm,
retail.
mm,
Then my second 10 years, I went to my second boss actually allow me to manage the business for them.
mm.
Uh, went to one of the public listed company, high
Oh,
tax,
mm,
and I spent almost 10 years there.
mm,
And my third 10 years, actually, a couple of where the bosses down my last 10 years, the bosses allow me actually to do business together with them. So
mm.
this way, I went into Anaku. I managed 170 retail shops and some of the distributions channel as well. So yeah, basically that's my background in the retail and wholesale.
Okay, I like it where in our this group of people today. I don't know about Yanli though. Chim has thing like the first 10 years he worked where, the second 10 years he worked there. Okay, for me, I have my fair share also. I have like first 5 years I was in Hewlett Packard, second 5 years I was in Hewlett Shell. So basically, for the young people, they cannot imagine, they cannot fathom that, wow, so many years you work in one company, so long, right? So for them, it's like they jump from job to job, job to job, and most of them become entrepreneurs very, very fast. Okay, so yep, so that's a huge load of retail experience from your side, Jim. Good to have you to share some of your knowledge with us here today. And let's go to Yan Li. Yan Li, do you guys know Yan Li has a little nickname? I'm going to just say the nickname so that everyone knows as well. Here is Little Fish. Yan Li has a nickname
Oh,
called. Okay, Yan Li, why don't you tell us about yourself as well?
okay, hello everybody. First of all, thank you, Timothy, for inviting. My name is Yan Li. I'm the restaurant owner of Mr. Fish and Seafood Noodle, currently in Stalin Mall, Semi Pyramid, and Taman Mall 3 location. So I have a partner. My partner is my sister and another partner, and different outlet. Certain outlet we have joint venture and we have a different shareholder, and some also come up and supervise the shop with us because they also own the shop.
Mm.
So something about myself previously, I'm also in corporate for like more than 10 years. I also have 10 years, but it's very boring one. Not, yeah, I changed three company, but work almost similar stuff. I'm in the finance department. Yeah, you're all known as the boring department.
Wow,
No,
finance
not really.
department.
Yeah, we very scared the finance department one.
But for finance department to move to, well, I would say now you're a business owner is almost like doing customer service. It's a very big jump as well. Most finance people do not like to face the front line. And Yanli, I'm guessing you are facing front line every day.
Yep, yep. So it's the journey is I can't say it's tough, but it requires a lot of adaptation and then changes on myself,
Mm.
personality, experience, everything. Time in finance, we used to follow certain things.
SOPs and
Now we
guidelines and stuff like that. Yeah.
when you are a business owner, you cannot just follow certain things because there is no certain things for you to follow. You create that thing.
Yes, correct.
So
Correct.
so the
But
mindset,
I
everything
think
will be different, very different.
but I guess it's always good to have a finance person in a business, right? I would love to have a finance person in my business as a partner, because a finance person will then be able to take care of the spending. And not us, like I'm a marketing person. To me, it's always ideas, implement, spend money. Ideas, implement, spend money.
Yeah,
Being
yeah,
do
like my sister.
your sister, if she's listening in, she'll probably be like, okay.
She's giving you a high five.
Mhm.
Yeah, because why? We just want to basically see changes and ideas. We just want to execute. We get very excited with ideas when we execute, right? So that's what we do. But having a finance person like you are like a gatekeeper. Okay, in a business, a finance person is really, really important. I'm guessing your sister, Yanli, your sister is not a finance person. That
No, no. I'm the one that's stopping her. I'm the one, the bad person. I will say, hold on. Which is priority now? which one can make most ROI. Then we do
Okay.
which first.
Okay. So I've always heard that doing business with your siblings or family members can be very, very challenging. How are you tackling this problem? I don't say it's a problem. Like, if you guys don't have challenges, it's not a problem, right? But how are you taking it? Doing business together with your siblings. Don't you guys argue each other? Disagree, stuff
Oh,
like that.
definitely. The closer you are, the more argument it is. But first of all, you need to understand the the purpose of entering the business.
Hmm.
Be it a sibling or be it a business partner. Actually, sibling and business partner, they should be the same. Just
Hmm.
that this one, yeah, have got blood relationship.
Hmm.
So it's the purpose of entering a partnership with this person. What
Hmm.
strength that this person has and what
Hmm.
strength that you have, that you all can form a good synergy.
Hmm.
So
I
if
I like that.
if she is not my sister, I will still be in partner with her because
Hmm.
of the strength she has.
Hmm.
Mm.
I
So
like I
mm,
like that. I like that you know how to identify the strength and weakness of each other, which not exactly many people well, they know, they just, I don't know, they don't look into it, because a lot of business partner will always be like argue with each other, is because, why am I thinking like that? Why can't you think like that together with me? Why can't you why can't you be like me? But the problem is, as a business partner, I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be different from me, so that you have your strength, I have my strength. I do what I do best. You do what I do best. You do what you do best. I'm guessing, Yanli, you are like that with your sister, right?
yeah, yeah. If she
Interesting.
is like me, then probably the company will grow slower and then
Mm,
everything is very practical,
mm,
very careful, you
mm.
know. Then
Yeah.
there are cons to it. Yeah.
Mm. In a business, you need somebody like Yanli to take care of the backstage. You need someone like your sister to take some risks, to explore
To
outside world.
explore, yeah, all the possibility, the
I see.
options.
So I see a bigger picture of how this is. Okay, now a bit about your brand, Mr. Fish Head Noodle. How did you come up with this brand? Why this product? Why this industry?
First of all, this yeah, we at first we emphasize on fish head noodle, but actually the constraint about fish head noodle is people thought we only sell fish head, but actually we sell more than fish head. We
Mm,
sell a lot of seafood too. But the
mm,
idea of fish head noodle comes from home because my mom is a very good cook and she can cook fish head noodle very very well. So one of our partner thought that it is a good opportunity to use that to start a business. So that's where the business is being started. Is a very quick decision. Like people like my sister will act very fast. Quickly after that idea throw, she immediately go and find a location. Then so happened there is a cafe want to uh, looking for people to take over, and
uh,
the cost is not high.
mm.
So that's why immediately it started.
That was your first outlet.
In shop lot. Yes, that
Ah,
was the shop lot. It was started by my sister and another partner. That
oh,
time,
okay.
my involvement is very little.
Mm,
So I only come into picture when we move to shopping mall, Starling
mm,
Mall,
mm.
our first outlet. Mm,
Okay.
mm.
So
So
I can imagine
recipe
your sister
coming
must
from
be like,
home. Yeah,
oh, okay, do tomorrow, just do. Good.
yeah, exactly.
I haven't had the opportunity to meet your sister, but I would like to meet her, because she is very action driven person, very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. We have Ivy Hugh saying hi to both of you.
Hi,
Uh,
Hello,
Ivy.
hello,
Hi,
Victor.
Ivy.
Victor
Hello,
is
Yon.
on as well. Hi, Victor. Okay, and I think Yon is also on, and your
Hey,
sister is
Yon. Yeah.
Yanli, your sister is definitely online. She's what?
Hi, Big Fish. If you have anything, please reserve. Cannot go in public, okay?
Okay, so just to recap, is basically your mom's recipe, and you wanted to to explore this? Does your mom come and look into it and like tell you, hey, this one is not right. You cannot do it this way. You cannot cook that way. You know, does she involve a lot?
We prefer not to lah. We prefer that just cook and eat lor.
Surely once in a while she will come.
Yeah. But she is she normally a good cook is also has also very picky taste bud.
Yeah.
And my
Usually.
sister also. That's why she is in the marketing and R&D, food R&D department. One thing she has passion in it, and that is very important for our food business. And another one, her taste, but her expectation of food quality, especially seafood, is higher than a normal person.
Wow. Okay.
So anything that can go through her, chances are it will pass many people.
Okay. You know what would be nice to take her to makan different places. Then she will give comment. If she comments a certain place is good, that place must be very good.
Yeah. But not many places like that.
Seafood,
Mr. Fish.
seafood, big fish. You are my friend. I will take you go and eat seafood. Okay, I like to eat seafood.
Mm.
Okay, that's a little bit about both of you, Chim and Yan Li. That's very enlightening. Chim, you haven't told me about your company. You mentioned your company is called Retail Matters, right? Is that is that
Yeah.
is that a company name, or basically it's a concept or something?
Well, basically, it's a concept. The company name is actually Nutri Plus Resources. I
Okay.
started I started the selling the nutrition thing, and when I started the nutrition, it's actually as a probiotic. So during the MCO, I was selling pretty well, and
Mm,
well, along the way, when I start to sell to those retail shops, pharmacy, baby shops, those are small and medium sized
mm,
retail shop,
mm,
and they face some. They ask me a lot of questions because
mm,
maybe they know the background that where I came from.
mm,
So that's why I started this, and why I call it the retail method is because they basically just want to bridge the gap between the end in mind is bridge the gap between the retail sales strategy and the retail execution. Um, why I say that, to translate the analytics into actionable steps. You see, a lot of people go to a lot of trainings. During my
mm,
last 30 years, I personally went to a lot of trainings. I train people. I went to a lot of trainings. We engage a lot of trainers. But at the end of the day, the people get up motivated just for about a week, and later on, how they just go back to normal.
mm,
I guess that there's something that we need to fix here. We need to have some real good system to
mm,
translate
mm,
uh, what you already know. A lot of retailers know a lot of things, but how you going to translate that into action? Not just
mm,
like having 2 days rah rah and then do anything on that. Like for example, one of the analytics. In fact, uh, during this MCO, a lot of people you basically know a lot of data that we read every day. One of the important data we forgot. Every day, a lot of people come and scan. They come to your shop, like for
mm,
example, any your retail shops, right? Your restaurant. There's a lot of data that you can capture from that. You know how many people walk in, right? And especially those retail shop, you have people walk in, but are you translating them into people going to buy?
mm,
So these are the things that the retailers sometimes they need someone to remind them how to read that, how to
mm,
translate that into some action. So basically, this is what the business is all about.
mm.
That's what I'm trying to coach. Yeah.
Yeah, data, customers' data is something that we big companies they use a lot of big data, but smaller SME entrepreneurs, I don't know if Yanli, you guys are harvesting. Well, harvesting wouldn't be a nice word to use. Okay,
Mining the data. Yeah.
yeah, are you guys also using these clients' data to understand clients' behaviors and their preferences? What kind of soup sells more? I'm sure you have that kind of data to be able to then prepare your food and stuff like that. Those data is really very important. So that's why after this segment, we are moving into the next segment, which we're going to discuss a little bit more about the statistics and the numbers of the retail impacts of this MCO period, where we're going to go from here, and how can we prepare ourselves as a retail owner to face the next wave of pandemic or outbreak or whatever this is. Okay, for those of you who join us, welcome to My Property Place live chat. Okay, again, if you've just joined My Property Place live chat, today we are talking about retail business, how to adapt to the new normal, right? So this is the topic of today's session, and we have Chim, a retail coach who have got many years, 30 years experience in this industry, and we have Yanli, aka Little Fish, okay, who is no, every time I say Little Fish, I look at you, I just smile. Little fish. Okay, so yeah, Little Fish who is
It's not so
with us.
little anymore.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It meant something, I guess. About her experience as an entrepreneur, as a business builder, a retail business builder, especially in F&B business, to the experiences we go through. Now, just to give our listeners and you guys an idea, MCO, I just want to recap, right? MCO has been running through from the first day until now, until the end of December 31st, will be about 5 months. 5 months over. MCO was 18 March until 3rd May. Okay, that was the first batch of MCO. I remember it very well because I opened my retail business, my real estate agency business. I started in January. I got my shop lot. I renovated. On the 15th of March, the contractor hand over the key to me. Okay, Gao Tim, hand over, collect money. 18th of March, MCO. So the chair in my office also, I haven't even sit warm yet. So cannot go office for 2 months. Every day I can see my office from my security camera, from my handphone, but I don't get to use my office. Until what happened was conditional MCO was 4th of May to 9th of June. Then honestly, things start to get better during our MCO, recovery MCO, which is 10th of June announced, which is continue to run until 31st of December. So now the impact of MCO in the retail industry is severe. Everybody knows, Yanli, Chim, you have already seen it before already. The retail industry recorded a growth of, we're talking about negative. Yeah, this year the growth of the retail industry is negative 11.4% in the first quarter of 2020. First quarter, the first 3 months, right? It's negative, which means to say we actually affected Chinese New Year. That was supposed to be a boost in sales in retail, but it was impacted very badly. And this year is really one of the worst year in the retail industry in Malaysia since 1987. I don't know if you all know that. Okay, we have never had this bad since 1987, which was the last economic crisis right? Chim, you said you have experienced that before, right? Okay, of all this industry, let me tell you that basically I just want to break down the retail industry, right? Departmental shopping malls get hit very badly. Okay, I think the negative growth rate was about 8.5% for just the shopping malls, departmental store alone. Departmental store alone is about 17.5% on the first 3 months. That means nobody is going to shopping mall the first 3 months. It was that bad. Okay, and supermarket, hypermarket, they do very well. Their impact was only negative 3%. Okay, so grocery stores and supermarkets are doing pretty well because people still need to shop. I remember on the first announcement of this MCO, did you all go out and buy groceries during that MCO?
Yes.
You wear like,
A lot.
wow, very 夸张, right?
Yeah.
Yanli, did you go out?
Because that time I stay next to a supermarket, so I didn't bother, I thought, so near ma. Like the next day go, the queue crazy.
Crazy, right?
Didn't get to buy also.
Yeah, I mean, I was at, Bandar Utama, the shopping mall, and the whole place, they have the queue. The queue is like snake one. Oh, snake there. So I said, go and see there. Someone, never mind, the time was so scared. Wow, you wear everything, cover as much as possible. I wear hoodie, I wear cap. Seriously, kiasi, we call them kiasi, but now looking at the current situation, people don't even care less about it already. People are getting very relaxed. Also, it a bit worrying sometimes. So, can you guess in the retail industry which subcategory in the retail industry is impacted the most in this retail business? Can you guess?
Subcategory.
Retail got many things, Mama. You got food, you got pharmaceutical, you got so many different industry, right? The most impacted heavily one is fashion industry. Fashion industry hit at least 30.5% negative.
Yeah,
So it was
even during the RMCO, they're also not allowed to go for fittings on all those
yeah,
apparel.
Even
Quite
now,
bad. Yeah,
yeah.
even now.
until now.
So basically, in this whole year, very fast 2020 is going to pass already. If I think Yanli, if you do your annual sales record, not very interesting lah. This year's annual sales record, everybody's annual sales record is not very interesting because very fast pass by. I honestly, for one, retail, real estate industry, I practically didn't do anything. Most of the time, I'm just doing recruiting, training. Only now, this is the third quarter only I start doing sales. quite charming. Okay, so second quarter also negative. Third quarter decline, but I think they show improvement, which is currently happening. Okay, a lot of retail business has slowly improved and climbing back. Local tourism are climbing back. You know, these are all coming back quite okay. Fourth quarter question mark. Okay, so I will probably later want to ask like Yanli, how are you going to prepare yourself to face the fourth quarter? Okay, what do you think is going to be? And of course, next year's anticipation, whether this will continue overflow to the next year, or is it going to recover? That's something that we really have to look into. Okay.
Talk about the impact first. The trend in March, okay, like half a month, we don't mention much. April, MCO impact, sales dropped 70%. So it's at 70, 60,
70%.
75, 70.
70. For how many months?
70, 70, then 60, 50, 40, 30, then standard 30%.
That's a very good result already. Lord, consider you actually can see the number, improving. That's very good. And I guess the biggest question will be, how did you do it? How did you make your business improve from 70 all the way back to 30? That is a $1 million question already. You see? So so during MCO period, how long did you have to stop your business?
We didn't stop at all.
So that means to say when our Prime Minister announced the MCO where everybody got to stay home, you guys continue operating. I mean through different ways, of course.
Yeah. No more dine-in than do delivery. Only delivery is available.
So did you already have your online platform to do delivery, or how was the delivery
we engage third-party delivery like Foodpanda, GrabFood, Hungry to You, Deliver Eat. So in a very short, but previously, my sister, she will engage everything one. So
But I really would like to praise your sister because, and I'm sure you are also involved in it, that you guys have the foresight to go into the delivery infrastructure, prepare your delivery infrastructure even before you know that there was MCO, right?
because the idea is extra. Delivery sales is extra sales, so why not? Even though the margin is very low, but to be there is a type of branding.
True. I agree. I guess you see you are looking it from a different business perspective. A lot of people, retail business people, right, will look at that as, why would I want to get these guys to deliver for me? Because we are talking about close to about 30% cut from the margin just for this delivery. That's a big chunk to a lot of business owners. Like, why am I going to give away my 30%? They only think like that. Okay, where else? I guess you guys are looking at it from a different perspective. I am not giving away 30%, but I am earning extra, 70% from what I'm already doing. Is that what you guys are thinking?
Yes,
Yeah,
and
it's
the
incremental
delivery
sales.
sales is not impacting the dining sales. It's not like delivery increase or dine-in reduce. It's not that way. So it's a good thing to have extra.
Okay, so
Thanks to that also. I actually had ordered 2 times from you, Yanli, during the MCO. So it's good, at least you can still try Mr. Fish.
Yanli, you
Drink.
were offering steamboat also throughout the MCO period. Was that a new product or you have that in your menu all this while?
We have that all this while, but we only promote it before Chinese New Year.
Hmm.
So
So,
we come up with that product for Chinese New Year, then for reunion dinner, or people just buy from us. We thought the idea is good. People just buy from us without having to prepare anything, because basically everything on the steamboat we already have it.
okay. And are you still continuing to offer that product now?
Yeah. The steamboat set is one of our savior in during MCO.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
see quite a lot of people go into, there's so many different types of steamboat out there and it became so fancy. I even came across one, which I personally am not really a fan of steamboat lah, but like I came across one, right? You order and they actually send you the whole stove
Yeah,
and
in-
pot together. Chim, have you heard of it? You order
Yeah.
steamboat, they don't just serve you the food, but they actually send you the stove and everything. You buy one shot together, everything.
That's good service. Yeah.
So business really needs to get very, very creative, right?
Mm.
In this industry.
So
Hmm,
that time, because steamboat the value is higher.
hmm,
So per ticket I sell to one family, I deliver one time is about 100 over 100.
hmm,
108 is our steamboat after promo price during MCO. Everything needs to be promo.
hmm.
So yeah, so we sell and promote a lot of steamboat, because if we ourselves go and deliver noodle, the value is not there. No, after all the time and then just one noodle. So the noodle we leave it to Grab and Food Panda to help us do that. We ourselves will deliver the steamboat.
Wow, you do delivery as well.
Mm.
真係乜都得啊，你哋。
Yeah, we take order. It's manual way lah. So we take order and deliver lor. We
Wow.
have got few person to deliver because that time our supervisor also nothing to do, no dine in So okay, let's deliver. So sometimes me and my sister will also deliver.
I guess this MCO also forced a lot of people to go into delivery business. So I think Yanli is like, okay lah, have to go and do delivery. But yeah, everybody is doing it. Uh, our friend Daniel has delivered personally to my house. I bought masks from him and he delivered personally to my house. I was like, you're nobody there to go out from the house. Are you already taking the risk to come? Wow, very, very, very appreciative, Tracy. Okay.
In F&B industry, MCO is not MCO. I never like stay home. Never have the chance to like stay home, do baking, slowly cook. Don't have. We are busier than normal many times.
Mm. That really inspire because a lot of people during MCO they basically crash, they get into depression because they think that this MCO is going to be like the end of their career, end of their business. They have nothing moving, they don't know what to do. Okay, that's why they need to be inspired. They need to know that there are more than one way to do business. Yanli, you guys are doing a very, very good job to change and to re-navigate yourself to look at the business from a different perspective. And I'm saying that the move that you guys did to go into delivery before the MCO was a good move. It was a blessing in disguise, I would say. Yeah. So that brings me to talk about, you see, Chim, a lot of these business owners like Yanli, right? If Yanli would have never got into, I mean, let's put a scenario, Yanli. If you have never signed up these delivery services, you will rely 100% of dine-in in your Starling Mall and your other outlets, right? Where would you think you are? How much losses do you think you have today? Have you ever anticipated that?
No, because like to be honest, those delivery sales margin really very minimal. But
All right.
to retain customer is the key. Like during MCO, they still get to eat Mr. Fish. Like
Mm,
Chim sir, still get to
mm,
eat 2 times. No, I still never lose this customer.
Mm,
The taste, they are still reminded by the taste.
mm.
So that is key because people, especially food, the loyalty is very low. And you order something for like 1 or 2 months, you'll forget about it already. Until
Okay.
you see a friend, then you go and try.
Okay.
So it's the not so much about the margin, is to retain customer.
Talking about that, that's something worth exploring. What can make someone remember a certain food? Is it the taste? Is it the experience? I definitely think the money is not the issue here. You know, if a food is good, I don't mind to queue long. If a food is good, I don't mind to pay more. So those two are not definitely not the issue. But there are certain food that I would remember, right? Because it's tastes special to my taste bud, right? I notice, Yanli, your clientels are a lot of okay, what's your percentage of clientele? What age, Yanli?
50 and above, 70%.
Why? Leh?
50 and above.
So
Oh,
Chim is one of the young.
luckily I
Chim
just
is one
one year
of the
child.
youngest client. So why do you think, Yanli, that is the case?
Because of the first is fish.
Healthy.
Normally, fish, not the age group of customer that appreciate fish a lot and
Mm,
willing to pay for a good quality fish is of that category.
mm,
Because the younger one, they will eat maybe chicken, beef, lamb, not emphasize just on fish. But
mm,
elderly, they just like fish.
mm.
You ask the parents, oh, they love fish.
Is
But they have
what about a health conscious one? Do they also choose fish?
yes, because fish is low calories.
Mm,
That's one. And I think elderly like our food besides the fish is the soup base.
mm,
Because we don't put MSG, we it's natural ingredient and they like it that way. Also
nice.
they needs to be healthy. It needs to be healthy lah for them to consume frequently.
Mm, okay. That's you see, so basically Yanli knows, you know your client, you know their taste preference, and therefore I'm sure your marketing and your branding, you know how to target it to a certain market segment, right?
To target that segment is a bit difficult because in social media they
Oh,
have
they are not in
Facebook.
social media.
They are
They are
in
not.
social media, but they have Facebook. They don't have a common group
Oh
that
no,
they.
I teach you one thing. You early morning go to the all the padang in PJSS2, all that people doing Tai Chi, you go and Tai Chi there and give out flyers.
But the what we have found out is that group of people you don't need to go and advertise to them
They will talk among themselves.
because they will. Yeah, they will tell their friends because some of them are retirees or they have a community or they
Mm,
go church. Then they will tell their friends.
mm.
They like something or they find something good.
Oh,
Then they will share
yes,
with their
yes.
friends.
Church is a very good publicity ground, honestly
Mm,
speaking.
mm.
After church, you'll be like, where do we eat? Where do we eat? We go to this place, very good. Wow, the whole church go.
Yeah, yeah. So another group that also a lot is the working adults and a young family.
Mm.
Mm. Working
Working,
adults, but mainly women.
yeah. So this group, maybe they don't have time to cook, and they either come and tapao from you, or they come and dine in with you with their young family, small family. Yeah,
Mm.
that would be something very convenient, and it's not too it's healthy, it's for the health conscious one, it's not too what, also not too much spice and stuff like that, right? Yep.
Because we have two
Very.
options. We have the spicy category, or
Mm,
we have the no MSG that salmon, the health conscious salmon. We have got our own curry laksa and tom yum also.
mm,
That's for heavy taste bud people.
mm.
So we
Like me.
cater for different category.
What about
But
are they children friendly?
yes, huh?
Are they children friendly?
Yes, yes. Because the
They,
children will order milky soup, clear soup, or porridge, fish cake, no fish paste, fish cake, no bones,
that's a
fillet.
big impact, children friendly, because you say the places I go and eat, right? Like I got two kids, one is 9 and one is 16. Both are, I'm sorry to say, I pampered them. They're very selective with food. So where I go and eat, if I go out with them, like if I go out just with my spouse, it's okay. We can eat anything. But when I'm with my kids, right, I have to select places where they will eat. So that makes my choices very limited to a certain area. So that's why you say, if let's say your menu has a menu that targets children, that will actually help to actually bring parents with kids to come and makan. That's probably one of the reasons.
That
Okay.
menu actually is in place already. We want to introduce that MCO. MCO, we stop that because
Mm.
even after MCO, parents also don't bring kids out.
Correct.
Yeah. So we put that on hold, and now we want to do a little bit of adjustment. Then we will
Mm.
introduce.
Introduce lah, then you do take away. People will order, I'm sure.
Yeah, because
For the
because like Chim also, if you go out with your daughter, you ask what do you want to eat.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure, right?
No,
not ask
every
your
time
wife, then you ask your daughter first, right?
no, she will suggest to go to Mr. Fish Noodle. Every time when we shop in Sunway, there is a
Ah,
D place. So that's why, at one time it's like, if I go there 2 times in Sunway Pyramid, 2 times in a week, I'll be having it 2 times dinner in Mr. Fish Noodle. So no doubt about it. I even know all your service provider, your staff down there already. Very good
wow.
service.
You can start a fan club, Yanli, loyalty fan club.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
good.
very powerful.
Mm. Okay, good. Okay, back to just now, you do preparations for your MCO period, right? When you decide to do your restaurant business, other than sit down, you have delivery business, right? Did you have to have like special preparation for delivery, the whole delivery process? Do you have to have special packaging or stuff like that, or basically any restaurant business can just straight away switch to delivery business? Do you have to prepare a lot of things?
Yes. Because we sell a lot of soup.
Mm,
So our soup we don't put inside plastic bag.
mm,
We put in a paper bowl. So the paper bowl needs to be of a very good quality to withhold the very hot soup.
mm.
Because if we don't serve the soup very hot, the customer don't like it.
Mm.
If it's very hot and then it leak, customer will complain and then it gets refunded, and they will need refund. So we do a lot of test and run on the paper bowl before we start the delivery. So that has been done in the past.
This is just packaging alone, man.
Mm, yeah. And
Okay, so basically
packaging
your bowl will
costs
have
nowadays.
to be able to preserve heat, easy to hold, doesn't spill. Wow, that's a lot. That must be very high cost for you.
And have to educate rider because sometimes rider they might just like squeeze it. If the paper bowl being squeezed for a while, then the soup will leak.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So they will actually follow your instructions.
And our own staff also training because there's one time don't know why it keeps leaking the soup. Then we ask our staff, okay, put 2 lid, double cover. So these are the investment on delivery. Then encounter
Mm,
different problem, then we have to adapt and make come up with solution to it. It's
mm,
not so simple like okay, just turn it, and you have to think from the time you prepare your soup to how you packet it and how you pass to rider and how rider handle it and how it reach customer and it still retain the quality of the food.
mm. All right. Okay. Yeah. If you that is what Yanli is sharing right now. If you've just joined us, my property place live chat today, we are talking to Chim and Yanli. We are talking about their experiences throughout MCO as a retail coach and as a retail owner, how did they have to go through, what changes they have to implement. And Yenli was just sharing about packaging. When people are doing takeaways, did she have to prepare a totally separate arrangement? Because why? When you dine in, it's a different set of system. When you're doing delivery, it's a totally different set of system. What you need to prepare. So that's really important if you are in the retail business. I'd like to say hi to some of our listeners who just or joined us a while ago. Willie Lim is with us. Milson is my friend from Singapore. He has been constantly joining our show. There is also Wendy Ong, is one of our fellow, one of my classmates in our program. Yep, nice to have you guys. Now, afterwards, in a short while, guys, if you're still listening in a short while, we are giving out some freebies. This is a courtesy of Yenli Mr. Fish seafood noodle. Okay, it's a very special giveaway. Very generous of Yenli to share with us. Chim, you can also participate if you want to, because this is very interesting. We are giving out this one. Okay, if you can see this one. Okay, this is the authentic Assam fish paste. Okay, so if you want to make Assam fish at home, okay, this will be the fish paste, the paste you can use. This is by Mr. Fish, a special sauce by Mr. Fish. Okay, and of course, it doesn't include the fish, right? Yeah, Yanli. Yanli, does the paste include the fish? The paste doesn't include the
No.
fish, right? It's just the paste, right?
You can buy the fish.
Okay, so you're going to make
Mr.
sure you buy the fish from Mr. Fish. Yeah, I know she's going to say that. Okay, buy the fresh fish. If you want fish head noodle, a fish head Assam fish, then you got to buy the fish head. Do you sell fish head?
Yes. We sell raw material too. Raw fish. Whatever you see in the shop, or whatever you eat in the shop, not see, you can buy from us.
Whatever you see in the shop. Yenli is not for sale, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to give out. If those of you who are listening, in a short while, I'm going to be asking some questions, and from there, I'm going to give out. Today, I'm giving out 5 of this fish paste. You can go straight to Mr. Fish outlet to claim this fish paste from her, and she can recommend you the raw materials that is required to make this Assam fish. And this is a very amazing special recipe from Mr. Fish. Okay, this is retailing at 7 ringgit 90 cents, right? Is that right?
That's discounted price in because we just launched our Lazada store.
Oh,
so
okay.
A price selling there.
Okay. So we'll come back again after this, and we will start asking a question after I speak to Mr. Chim about his experience in this MCO period as well. We see you shortly. All right. Okay, Jim, you are a retail coach. I'm sure you have spoken to many different retailers and experienced many different challenges that these people face. You have also previously been working with big retail companies, corporate companies, deal with baby products and stuff like that. What do you think is one of the most impacted retail that you have experienced? Your client, your group of clients. Who are the most impacted group of retailers that you have faced so far?
Right. Who is the most impacted?
Yeah.
I think everyone is impacted during the MCO. And most is, as what you say, I think you did a very good research. Those who are selling apparel, the fashion industry, they are quite very badly affected. Food, of course, is essentials. All those essentials that still can survive, during that particular time. Although it's very high risk, like for example, those in pharmaceutical business, you're having a pharmacy stores. People thought that there's a lot of very good business. However, they actually, in Chinese say that you still need to open shop because you still need to serve them, not because you want to make money, but then you still need to serve them. It's a community, especially community pharmacies, in your neighborhood. So the very badly affected is the baby. No, okay, the baby industry is still all right. There are certain essential things that you still need to buy. You need to, for example, the feeding bottles, the teeth, you still need to have some replacement. The milk
But
powder,
those are doing well on delivery services, where they can all be
yeah,
delivered.
it's only on delivery services. But the baby shops, they're all closed. All everyone is quite impacted. But a lot of the retailers, I would say, quite a fair bit of retailers, they are very quick change. I mean, they do take a very good pivot. They change they
Mm,
quickly, um, change their business model. They put a lot of resources into the online,
mm.
and these are the retailers that actually survive. Otherwise, they are very badly impacted on this.
I know a Lazada store owner who is marketing only baby products, and she's doing seven figure. She has seven
Oh,
figure
really?
income, seven
I
figure
won't be
sales
surprised.
from baby
Yeah,
products, man.
yeah, I would be surprised. Yeah,
Mm,
it's good.
mm,
It's just like
baby products.
yeah, during that particular time, the retailers they need to like I would say don't panic.
Mm,
See, it's March. Probably they say yeah, it's okay. MCO is just only 2 weeks. Then later on come another MCO two, so they already start to figure out what we're gonna do. And
mm,
but if you continue to be worried and panic, then that's where the problem starts.
mm,
So those who actually went through that cycle,
mm,
they
mm,
quickly stop the panic, then they will start to change.
mm,
In fact, it's a good time during that particular MTO period. The retailers need to remaster the fundamental.
mm,
So it means that those days, when business are good, you don't really have time to look into the certain areas. So this is a
mm,
good time for you to go back and relook and remaster it, and don't just worry about it, and talk to your people. Keep the communications really really good. Not just talk to your staff. You have to talk to everyone, your bankers, your suppliers, everyone. Just to make sure that they know what you're doing.
mm,
And I always like that part. It's like, yeah, business are very, very, very slow, but
mm,
continue to communicate with your regular customer, especially
mm.
your regular customer, your top 20 customers. Keep them engaged. Although you don't do much business then, I mean, COVID is not forever.
Yeah,
So at least they know that
agree,
you care. That sort
agree,
of thing.
agree, agree. Keeping in touch with your clients is very, very important.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you keep their loyalty, you keep them coming back. When things recover, I'm sure they will come back. Yeah. So
yeah,
that's really important.
that's true. That's true.
Mm. Well, that's good. That's good. So, oh, Ivy is saying hello again. Ivy is like all the way, man. She's with us.
I
Hi,
know
Ivy. Thank
Ivy for
you.
many years. Yeah.
Yeah, Ivy, thank you very much for
Uh,
supporting the show so much. And I was like hoping one day I could speak to Ivy because she's very experienced in this retail industry as well.
yeah, she
She
is
and
indeed. Yeah.
also a partner Yon. I have always been looking up to Yon. You both of you are amazing retailers. You've got so much experience in this retail industry. That's really good that you can guide people on this. And yep, okay. I want to get some last words. I think our time is almost up already. I want to get some last words from you before I'm going to give out the freebies for tonight. Okay. Yanli, from your side, I like to hear from you. Maybe some of the parting words. What would you like to advise retailers out there, as particularly F&B business? How do they? What do they need to do to prepare themselves so that they can face the next pandemic or this kind of business challenges in the near future? What can they do to protect themselves? Any advice from your side, Yanni?
Mm, uh, be brave, because I realize a lot of, especially the older ones, they are scared and panic because they don't know what to do, and because things are getting very digitalized. These are something that they are not familiar with at all. Actually, one good example is like my sister. She's like not that category, but when it comes to system, when it comes to how to manage, how to learn a system, she is very reluctant. But now
Mm,
she is good at it because of because environment forces her to learn, and in a fast pace, so she needs to try it, and the more you try, the more you get better. Then you won't fear anymore. So
Very good, very
think
good, very good.
digitalize, that's not a choice. So
Mm.
don't fear, just be brave and go and learn it. You will overcome it.
Mm. Very good, very good. Yes, I like what you say. Embrace the technology, learn and keep it up, because in very near future, you like it or not, you've got to be there. Once upon a time, people don't know what the heck is QR code. Now every day your phone is like a scanner instead of more. You use it to scan more than you use it to make calls. Okay, so
Yeah.
everybody know what's a QR code, and you and I, Chim, we all know how to create our own QR code. Okay,
Mm.
those days people don't even know what's a QR code, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so okay, from your side, Chim, you have any parting words or advice for our listeners out there who are retailers, who are also still braving themselves through this RMCO, and probably this coming quarter for next year, everything is very uncertain. Any advice you have for retailers out there?
Yeah. I gave a talk earlier last month. I think the keywords is business resilience. We need to continue to build the resilience. The business, not only just business resilience. I mean, basically, business is run by people. It is
Mm,
our own resilience, our mind. Our mindset got to be strong. We have to build that kind of resilience. Not too sure whether there is a third or fourth wave of COVID
mm,
is coming.
mhm, mhm,
But we need to have the kind of a strong mindset. And you see, this is a new norm. And the new norm requires new skill, a new plan. And so we have to really go to learn something like what Yenny said just now. Everybody need to go into digital. We have to go into taking a new skill. And we have to have some new plan, what we're going to do. If let's say things are really go bad in the next couple of months. So
mm,
the advice is like just be tough. And I think to be tough here means that there's one thing I realized during this MCO. We got to be a little bit more compassionate to
mm,
ourselves, to customer, to our friends, to our family members. I think that a little bit of good words, compassion words, is like concern. I think the words of Prihati is very apt, very
mm,
appropriate. Uh,
mm,
that will go a long way.
mm,
Sometimes you just give a call to a friend, hey, how are you? And I mean, there's nothing. Just give him a call to show concern,
mm,
and especially this time, it's so
mm.
bad. We need that kind of help,
Yes,
compassions, uh, aside from like you just can't get up early in the morning and tell myself I'm going to be positive today. So yeah, you can do that. But it's good. It's always have someone to call you and then to cheer you up. So I guess that's thing. Yeah.
that's
And
good.
yeah, that's basically the my advice. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Jim. Okay, so I would my take back from both of you from today's show is to brave this front. You need one from Yanli says brave, another one from Chim says resilient. Be brave and be resilient to face this wave of pandemic, this wave of challenge for you out there. Stay strong. Nothing lasts forever. This worst thing will pass very soon. I wouldn't wouldn't want to say too much miracle like what the American president guy say. I rather say that we hope for the best, right? Things will turn better very soon. Now, when we come back shortly, very quickly, I'm going to give out the 5 giveaway from Mr. Fish Seafood Noodle that are some fish paste. Stay with us for a while. So I'm giving out this authentic Assam fish paste from Mr. Fish and Seafood Noodle. It's original from them, and this is for you to mix it together with the. Do right now is I'm going to just basically say that the first 5% because I'm giving out 5, right? The first 5 person to type in this line, this comment on my I love Mr. Fish. Okay, I love Mr. Fish. The 5 person that type it, I will give this fish paste to you. If you're not free to go and collect it, I can collect on behalf, but I prefer you to go and collect so that you can know what fish to buy to make this Assam fish, right? The first 5%, right? I love Mr. Fish. Not I love little fish. That is different message. Okay, I love Mr. Fish. Anyone? Can anyone come on in the message box there? Type it down there. I love Mr. Fish. The first 5%, I will give you this Assam fish paste, especially for you. Okay. The first person to write is Ivy. Ivy, love you very much, little fish.
I love
Okay.
Ivy very much too.
Yes, we all love you, Ivy Hill. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? I've got Ivy is the first person to type it. The next 4% will get it. You have to type there. I love Mr. Fish. Oh, Ivy goes to Mr. Fish every day. So I'm very sure Ivy, you memorize all the menu in Mr. Fish. I went there a couple of times. I still haven't explored and experienced all the rest of the menu in Mr. Fish, but definitely I will continue
Always
to.
the same thing.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I've been ordering the same thing, but we are. I'm planning a trip there with my team members for lunch. I think next week. I think. I haven't gone to your Taman store before. Yearly.
And
Ivy
your
says she
son Ivy can be there too.
Yeah, Ivy says she doesn't need the menu anymore. Okay. Nobody wants the fish paste. If nobody wants it, I'm going to claim it all by myself, and I'm going to make a lot of Assam fish myself, man. Okay. Anyone else? I'm going to give a count. I'm going to give a count to 5. Nobody takes it. I'm going to close it, and I will
And
claim
share
it
with
for my.
me. And share with
Sorry.
me. Yeah. And share with me. The
Yes, yes. Chim
I'm an ardent
loves
fan of Mr.
Mr.
Fish.
Fish. Yeah, Chim loves Mr. Fish, so I'm sure you can make this one. Okay.
Come
I'm going.
together.
Yeah, maybe what we should do is, do you actually have Assam fish in your menu?
Yes, or Assam pedas. That one is go with rice. This Assam paste specifically designed for people to cook at home.
Nice, nice.
Mm.
We just have someone from South Africa tuning in to watch our show, Ado Rampodi.
Wow.
Okay, too bad you're in South Africa, Ado.
Hello.
Otherwise, I will send the Assam fish paste to you all the way to South Africa. Then you can try it out as well. Okay, so yep, so that's our show for today. Chim, I'm gonna send you the pack. No, you actually go and have to collect in the list shop there.
Okay, no
Okay,
worries.
and Ivy, one of these days I'll see you in Mr. Fish there. Okay, we can have a chat over there, Ivy. Okay, so thank you very much for the audience who have just joined. Those who have joined us and spent the last 1 hour with us. Thank you very much. I hope you guys have learned from the sharing that Yanli and Chim has shared with us, and both of you very generous of your time as well. Yanli, thank you very much for the fish paste, and Chim
No,
for your tips and all that. So we
let
look
me
forward.
know when you're coming. I'll arrange.
Definitely. Okay,
And
I want to
together
try Assam fish. I must try Assam fish. Okay, so thank you very much again for the time. And this is Timothy, Chim, and Yanli. We are signing off for the night. Good night, and see you again some other
Thank
time.
you. Good night.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Timothy. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Thanks, Timothy.